America, we are back, baby. Welcome to another episode of America Unfiltered. We got a great show for you guys tonight. Hope you guys enjoy the show. I'm filming this a little earlier in the day, so we're not going to have as many comments to read as normal. I'm going to miss some of the ones from later in the day. And tomorrow, I won't be here as well, but I will be filming an episode again today for tomorrow. So we'll have an episode on each day, but all the comments from today's episode and tomorrow's episode will be read on Monday's show. I want to remind everyone to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the show, rate the show 5 stars on Spotify, read all the comments at the end of the show today, and all the comments from today and tomorrow at the end of Monday's show. Today we are going to talk about the Tucker cost continuing. I also do want to talk a little bit about Nikki Haley's son. Nikki Haley's son seems to be based as shit. He had an interview with Tucker Carlson where he even went as far as to say people who are legal immigrants in this country should not be serving in American politics. Let's fucking go. Finally, somebody's saying it. I have a good feeling that Nikki Haley's son is going to have a great political career and is going to be backed by all the Groypers. So, very excited to see how that career blossoms. We're going to talk about that today. I also want to talk about another super predator incident, something that happened where somebody on a train, again, was killed. We're going to talk about that situation today. I also want to talk about some more controversy in the Epstein file release, and then I want to end the show talking about boomers. It's not going to be a crazy long show today, but it is going to be a fun one. So again, please remember to like, smash the follow button, smash the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the show. Join our Telegram channel as well if you want to stay updated on all things America Unfiltered. We're going to get right into the show today, though. Like I said, it's not going to be a crazy long one today. We're kind of going to zip through things. I'm going to be traveling later today and tomorrow, but we'll be back for a full week next week. We're going to get right into the show today, though. Let me get our first thing pulled up. With the Tucker cost continuing, we had a Jubilee episode release, and Jubilee is something that I've been on as well. Jubilee is a very fun experience to do. And I thought it was crazy that at one of their Jubilee Roundtable events, they decided to start talking about Nick Fuentes. Everybody is seething over Nick right now. Everybody is seething over Nick Fuentes. They are so mad that Nick Fuentes is not just breaking into the mainstream, but now he is the mainstream. You cannot contain this guy, and you can't contain him because he is correct. Not only is he correct, he is able to effectively talk to the youth of America, the future of America, something that the boomer retard politicians have failed to do. The boomers have sold us out, they've replaced us in our society, they've made housing not affordable, they have raised the debt, they have been involved in endless wars, and we finally have somebody, a young man by the name of Nicholas J. Fuentes, who is pushing for America First policies and is leading the charge in the America First movement. We're going to watch this quick video of them seething over this. This is with, you have this fucking kid, Parker. Again, Parker's a fucking, he's one of the, people say he's a great debater. He's not. He likes to paint these like bullshit ass hypothetical situations that don't exist and never would exist. And he likes to try and like trap you in like little bullshit things. And it's the most disingenuous style of debate I've actually ever seen. But we're going to watch this quick video today. This is going to be the first thing we get into. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, maybe, possibly, but what I'm saying though is that I think what Ben should.
This kid right here in the red tie, very smart kid. His name's Riley Nemi. He works with Turning Point USA, to my knowledge.
Shapiro is advocating for, and that let's not acknowledge that Nick Fuentes exists. Let's not acknowledge the platform that he has, and that's not a productive way to actually defeat Nick Fuentes if that is your prerogative, right?
I know.
So that's where I stand on that. I
but
just don't
the
think
right
it's an effective
isn't doing
strategy.
either. They're both acknowledging him, but acknowledging him in a positive way. Like, he was positively received by Tucker Carlson. You don't think there's an issue with that?
I don't think he was positively received. I think that it wasn't as combative as people would have wished for it to be.
He should have been combative. You should be combative with a Nazi. Yes.
But I don't think being in.
See, that's the kind of bullshit ass hateful rhetoric that I hate. Calling him a Nazi? That's crazy. He's an American. He hasn't killed anybody. It's an absolutely ridiculous statement to make. And honestly, it leads to the rise in political violence we've had. When you just put labels on people, labels that we have been taught are terrible things that, you know, should be destroyed. Like, there's that hypothetical, like, would you kill Hitler as a baby? Would you go and kill a Nazi? Would you go do these things? It's like when you put a label on somebody, something that can start a violent attack against them from, you know, a schizophrenic, a very radicalized person, that's dangerous. And them doing that with I doubt that dumb bitch with the fucking bull ring in her nose has watched a single Nick Fuentes interview. Not interview. I doubt she's watched a single Nick Fuentes full stream. And Parker, the only time I bet he ever watched a full stream with Nick is when he was in Dean's ear during the debate that Dean got fucking mopped in on Aiden Ross's stream. Still one of the funniest things of all time, that stream.
Different is necessarily an endorsement or any of that.
What?
You should
To
be
Nazism?
dude. You should be
Well,
indifferent to
that
someone
interview,
who hails a man who killed 11 million people.
In that interview, at no point did, at least from what I saw, I've only seen clips. So my entire point of that is that, again, acting as if Nick Fuentes does not exist will not actually defeat what he represents.
And we're
So,
agreeing with you
yeah.
on that, but I'm saying that you have to hold someone accountable to openly supporting a man who orchestrated the mass killing of millions of people across Europe.
And
said 11 million.
I condemn that because Republicans condemn those beliefs when they were manifested in that way.
Good, keep doing that.
The point that we're bringing up. Wait, I'm sorry. Would you
We
debate
know.
Hitler?
Would
Yes.
you debate Hitler?
Yeah.
I would.
Well, Hitler's dead, so that's
No,
If
like
he were
if you
alive.
were
Debate
existing
anyone.
at the time, would you debate Hitler?
I
Would you-
believe there would be a plethora of things we could debate about.
Like Nazis? Like, would you debate Nazis? Like right now?
Yes.
Would you platform Nazis?
I would
and
debate
them?
anyone.
Well, Hitler had a platform.
I'm asking
Like
right now.
he was-
Neo-Nazis that exist today. Would you debate them?
Would I debate a neo-Nazi?
See, Parker's
Yes.
a retard.
To expose just how depraved their ideas are? Sure.
No, but like, would you commonly do so, or would you
Would
platform
I
specifically like a
debate
neo-Nazi?
someone with a depraved idea if I believe that my ideas are better than theirs? Yes, because that would be an easy win.
It's not that
it would
you-
expose them.
I mean, you could believe
it would,
your
it would
ideas.
expose them for the intellectual cowards they are.
Sure.
I
that's
don't
what you're
just
doing right now. Hold up.
I disagree with debating Nazis, but I will say if you were to debate a Nazi in that way, I would root for you.
Yeah, actually, like I'm not going to dispute that you could disprove their ideas, but I'm saying it could normalize them to a greater extent because these ideas aren't widely accepted yet.
But do you
Shut up,
realize
bitch.
that like these people still have like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers? Just because you don't interview them or you don't debate them doesn't mean they still don't have a platform. The only way to undermine that platform is to expose how bad his argument is or is not.
Yeah, once
And
you get to a certain amount of followers, I don't
but
dispute that.
If this kid's saying that if the black kid on the right, who's supposed to be on the right side, the conservative side, if he's saying that Nick has bad arguments, why don't you debate Nick, pussy? Nick would mop the fucking floor with you, the same he did with Dean and pretty much everyone else he debates. He debated Dinesh D'Souza, mopped the fucking floor with him. Anybody he's debated, he's won. Nick would beat the shit out of him in a debate. I think it's just crazy that on a Jubilee episode they're talking about this.
Yes, exactly. Once has a big enough platform that now you're not necessarily platforming. But what we're saying is that in this conversation with Tucker Carlson, the issue is not just that he acknowledged his existence. The issue is that he acknowledged his existence in a fairly friendly and positive way. It's weird to be friendly with a Nazi.
I agree.
Perfect.
Again, just calling
Elon
him a
Musk
Nazi.
could become the world's first trillionaire.
Again, I want to be clear. I'm not going to just defend, much of what Nick Fuentes has
Good, you
said.
Where did that
Um,
come
but-
from? That was weird. That Elon Musk thing popped out of I don't know what the fuck that was from. That's really weird. But yeah, I mean, anybody seething over Nick still, you're just a retard. You have to understand that Nick is truly America first. Anyone saying that, oh, he's a modern day Nazi, it's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You probably don't even know what a Nazi actually is. You probably don't understand any of Nick's actual policies. You've probably just seen the clips. Anybody who disagrees with Nick is somebody who's actually never watched one of his full streams, because when you watch his full streams, it's very easy to relate to, no matter who you are. There are Democrats who watch him. There are Republicans that watch him. There are America Firsters who watch him. There are men. There are women. There are blacks. There are Hispanics. There are gay people that even watch him. There are people from all ranges throughout the country who are fans and supporters of Nick Fuentes or watch his streams. But all the people who seem to be calling him out are the people who only watch the clips cut out of context by people like Laura Loomer, Ben Shapiro, Seth Dillon, Mark Levin, all the cunts in the nation. And we need to have more people being actually intellectually honest. And they're not being intellectually honest. They're not being honest at all when they are just being like, oh, he's a Nazi? You would debate a Nazi? You would talk to a Nazi? Like Parker. Parker has negative testosterone. The guy is pumping estrogen like a woman. Parker is a complete and utter pussy. Parker literally has the worst debate style of anyone I've ever seen. The only person who might be just as bad is Dean. I mean, Dean's a little better, but Parker is one of the most disingenuous debaters I've ever seen, and a complete and utter pussy. I really think Parker is one of the worst debaters possibly of all time when it comes to his actual debate style. I'm not saying he doesn't know his information about certain things, but every fucking debate point he makes, he's like, what do you do this? What do you do this? What do you do this? And it's a bullshit ass hypothetical that doesn't exist. He's like a fucking, like, sporadic autistic kid. There's no better way to describe him. He's just a fucking loser. We're going to keep moving on, though, with the show. Like I said, it's not going to be a crazy long show today, but I just want to show you guys, people are still seething over this this Tucker Carlson thing. And right here, there's another clip going viral right now, this post where it's like, this man is evil. And then Chief Trumpster quoted it saying that it's afraid. This is a fun clip of Nick Fuentes talking about Mark Levin, and I completely agree with this statement. Mark Levin should be deported from the United States. He should be removed from the U.S. He should go fucking, like Randy Fine, like Breck Royper said, you would be happier in Israel.
Hey, Mark Levin talks about this country, he should be deported. Not because you're Jewish, not because you're fat, not because you're gay, not because you're a pussy. Mark Levin should be deported because of the way he talks about this country. Where does he get off? The way he says, it's only off the table if we say so. Who the fuck do you think you are? You whiny, grating, odious, disgusting, fat piece of shit traitor. Where do you get off? Damn you. How dare you say that? This is the United States of America. He says, little Adolf, who were his ancestors? When my ancestors got here, they kissed the ground when they got off the fucking boat. And they served in the military, and they built this city, they built Chicago, and they love this country. They always have. They're all patriots. They love our country's God, Jesus Christ. They love this country. Who the fuck are you? And why are you here? You love Israel so much, it's not purely about Israel or the Jews. Why are you still here, Fatso? Need more money, you fucking pissant? Need more Americans to bleed for your wars? Need more money to go and kill children? More bullets to shoot innocent people in the back of the head, you fucking coward?
America first, bitch. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, my grandparents have a similar story to Nick's, the way he spelled it out. You know, my great-grandparents, when they got here, they kissed the fucking ground of America when they got here. And the only difference in this, like, they served in the military, the only difference is, he says, his ancestors built Chicago, mine helped build New York, one of the greatest cities, or was one of the greatest cities in this land. And people like Mark Levin want to be like, you're not a real American because you don't support Israel. You're not a real American because of this. Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. Like, shut the fuck up, Mark Levin. Like Nick said, go the fuck home. Get the fuck out of our country. You're not a real American. You're a pussy. You're a coward. You are some of the worst human capital to exist in this country. You are a shill. You're a relic of the past. Mark Levin, you are so fucking irrelevant. Ben Shapiro, you're right on his ass. You're right behind him there. You are irrelevant. You guys are nothing. You guys have no support, and the support you do have is from one very small group in America. We have support of millions of Americans who want to put America first. This is the future of this country, putting America over fucking everything. Putting America first in every single way. Eventually, Matt Walsh will quit the Daily Wire. He'll leave the Israeli News Network, and he will become a true America First patriot. Brett Cooper already did the same. We have people who are pouring over to the America First side, not just because they support Nick Fuentes, although they do, but because they support America. They don't support foreign wars in Israel, foreign lobbying with Israel, foreign lobbying throughout the entire Middle East or Africa or South America, Canada, Mexico, everywhere. No, they support America first, America only. The only way to move forward and actually have a country that works for the American people. And all the people are like, oh, that's not what America was supposed to be. We're not supposed to be isolationists in any way. It's like, bitch, have you read the Federalist Papers? Have you read the founding documents of our country or the true intentions by our founders? Do you remember when they said don't create political parties, be America first? Do you remember when they said don't create foreign alliances, don't get into foreign entanglements? Do you remember when they said that? Because I fucking do. I remember reading about that. I remember learning about that. I remember all the things that our founders truly intended for this nation that these shills like Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, and all those cunts want to get away from. They don't want to be America first. They don't want to uphold the values that our founders intended. They want America to be a land that supports Israel, and the day America stops supporting Israel, they'll turn their backs on America. They'll move to Israel. They'll work against America. You even heard it on the Roseanne Barr interview yesterday on the show where they were like, the sleeper cells will activate. Yeah, you're threatening us now? Fuck you guys. You guys should be tried for treason. You guys should be deported, tried for treason. It is not okay the way they talk about this country. It is not okay the way they treat Americans. They want Americans to leave America because we can't afford it. They want us to leave our biggest cities because it's becoming too expensive. But they don't want to leave the Middle East, even though they need our money to survive there. Without our money, our weapons, and our military strength, they would get their shit pushed in. Israel would be rocked in one fucking day by every Middle Eastern country that they wronged, which is every fucking one of them. Every other Middle Eastern country hates Israel, and they hate Israel because Israel has used the United States as big brother to push 6 regime change wars in the area, destabilizing the entire region. They would get their shit pushed in one fucking day if it wasn't for us. But Ben Shapiro wants to be like, no, you shouldn't live in New York City. It's too expensive. Fuck you. The Tucker cost is continuing. They're still seething over Nick. It's embarrassing at this point that these people, like, they're still fucking complaining. Get the fuck over it. Stop acting like little girls about this. This is politics. This isn't a fucking argument with your wife. Stop acting like a little bitch. Be a man. Be honest for once and admit that America should uphold the values that our founders intended, not uphold the values of a foreign nation thousands of miles away who do not have America's best interests in mind. They want us to go send more military members over there to fight a war in Iran for them. Fuck that. Fuck you guys. You guys are not America first. You're not American in any way, to be honest. Especially you, Mark Levin. Especially you, Ben Shapiro. Especially you, Laura Loomer. You guys need to get the fuck out of this country. Randy Fine, you as well. Randy Fine's so fucking fat that if we deported him and we sent him on a plane, we would probably have to, like, have him be the only one on the plane, because I'd imagine the weight of that guy would start tipping the plane over. Maybe you'd have to, like, seat him in the aisle to balance the weight, because if he sat on one side, like, the pilot the whole time would have to be veering this way if he was sitting on this side of the plane. I mean, that guy is so fucking painfully fat and ugly. It's disgusting. I mean, how do you get that fat? Do you eat a fridge? Do you eat a bunch of Palestinian kids that you killed? Like, how do you get that fucking fat, Randy Fine? You are fat as shit. We're going to keep moving on with the show. I want to show this Nikki Haley's son clip. Guy's a total fucking groiper. It's awesome. But he said that naturalized citizens should not be able to hold public office, limit the number of foreign students who are enrolling in U.S. universities based, and disallow dual citizenship. People should have their loyalty to America first. Forbid people from serving in any foreign military. Dual citizenship is already bad enough, but to serve in another country's military is disqualifying. And I agree. If you have served in any other country's military, you are not an American. You are a member of that nation. Go fuck yourself. You do not deserve to call yourself American. You definitely should not be involved in American politics in any way, American media, American industries in any way. You are not an American. We're going to watch Nikki Haley's son talk about this himself. This guy's fucking awesome. Nayland Haley.
To immigration, that it's not just the migration part of it, but a lot of other things that are just out of control.
Like what?
So naturalized citizens should not be able to hold public office. Growing up here is a big part of understanding the country. We need to stop and limit the amount of foreign students that are coming into our universities. Some of them are spies, by the way, for foreign governments. But it's also just we should put our kids first.
Yes.
And we should also not allow dual citizenship, because that's the stupidest idea. You're either American or you're not. And everyone wants to make it so complicated. That's the thing that I don't like about the past generation, is they're always about the rules, the process, and regulation. No, it's really simple. You're just America first. People should have their loyalty to America first. And if they can't do that, then this ain't the country for you.
Let's go.
That's totally right. What about serving in a foreign military?
Oh, gosh, no, forget about it.
I wonder what his relationship is like with his mom now, because his mom's a war-hungry cunt. I mean, Nikki Haley is a complete bitch who wanted to send more money to Ukraine, who wanted to support Israel in the war, an absolute Zionist, and an absolute bitch of a person. She is somebody that doesn't give a shit about American lives, cares about lobbying money. She's a political slut. She's probably a slut in real life too, but she's a political slut. And I'm very curious what his relationship is like with his mom, knowing that he's a total fucking groiper and she's a neocon bitch. How the fuck does that household work? How'd that work growing up? I'm very curious now, because Nikki Haley, I remember I was talking to people that I know during the election season, and they were like, yeah, I really like Nikki Haley, I think she should win. And I'm like, do you listen to a fucking thing this bitch says? This bitch is war hungry. This bitch wants Americans to go die for foreign nations. She wants Americans to go die in the Russia-Ukraine war. She wants Americans to go die for Israel. She wants to send billions of dollars over to these nations. She does not want to condemn Israel in any way. She wants to continue taking lobbying money. She doesn't want to put pressure on the lobbyists. She wants to accept the lobbyists and embrace them. Nikki Haley is one of the worst politicians we've ever had, and besides that, she's also a fucking woman. Women cannot run the country. There is no chance it would work. Women cannot be the president. They shouldn't even be in government. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. I'm closer to saying repeal the 19th than I am to saying we should have a woman in Congress or in the presidency. Like, fuck that. Tell me one impressive woman in politics right now. Seriously, tell me one woman in politics who's actually impressive. Like, are any of the women who work in Congress impressive? No. Are any of the women in Trump's cabinet impressive? No. Are any of the women in the government at all impressive? No. They're pretty fucking stupid. Even the conservatives ones, some of the base ones, like I love Marjorie Taylor Greene, but at the same time, I can acknowledge that she's not the smartest woman. Nancy Mace, don't really like the bitch. She showed a naked picture of herself on the Senate floor, and she dressed in pajamas to make a fucking TikTok to go do a vote once. Like, what a dumb bitch. Ilhan Omar is not even a real American. That other woman was literally texting Jeffrey Epstein during a congressional hearing. Most of the women in our government are political sluts, real sluts, or worthless. They should not be in the government. They should not serve the American people. They should be serving their husbands and their children. It's not a controversial thing to say. And to anyone who's like, whoa, that's crazy. It's like, what? Women have the ability to pop out kids. Men don't. Men would be popping out armies of kids if they had the ability to. But these women want to act and like play politics. It's like, bitch, no, go play dollhouse. Go play in the fucking kitchen. Seriously, go home. Go home. You do not need to be on the congressional floor, in the House, in the Senate, in Congress, in the presidency, in the White House. You don't even need to be in the media for the most part. Like, I don't hate all the ones in the media. I love Sarah Stock, love Candace Owens. But they're, again, exceptions to the rule, not the rule itself. Most of these women should not be involved in politics in any way. And it's more of just a distraction. And it honestly makes the country worse because they are so fucking easy to lobby. And I'm not saying a lot of men don't take lobbying money. They do, and that's a problem. But women always fucking do. Women are so fucking easy to lobby and manipulate when it comes to politics and it comes to business and all these things. We can't have that. We cannot be having it at all. So I'm sorry I went off on that little rant, but basically to get back to the point, I'm curious how Nayland Haley's relationship is with his neocon bitch of a mother.
You can't do that.
Of course not, right?
It's ridiculous. That idea alone is just insane.
Yeah.
Dual citizenship's already bad enough, but to serve in another country's military is disqualifying, really.
Of course. I mean, it's hard to believe it's even a conversation. What
Right.
about language? Do you worry that, countries are united by their language, and language is inseparable from culture? Language is culture in a lot of ways, but this doesn't seem like an English-speaking country anymore.
Yeah, especially when you go to places like Minneapolis, Miami, New York, which I lived there for a little bit. And yeah, I want to be able to understand everybody. I just do. It's my country. I don't think I should have to speak another language in my own country. I don't think anyone wants that. I don't think it's good for us. Not saying that you can't know another language. I think that's great to know another language.
That's good.
But to have anything other than English as the primary language in this country, not acceptable.
Nice.
You're not describing the priorities of the modern Republican Party at all here.
No, but hopefully one day it will be.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I hope will happen.
So my sense, but
I really think this kid is the future of the GOP, or not the GOP, but the America First movement in a lot of ways. Like, obviously, Nick Fuentes is the leader, but Nayland Haley's got a spot in the cabinet.
you would know is that everything you just said for the past half an hour is like basically what most young men your age think who are conservative.
Who are conservative? Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
Who are
Yes.
conservative. So do they look at the Republican Party as representing them?
No, not at all.
No.
And that's the struggle that we face, and that's where the anger comes from.
Yep. We're not Republicans. We're not Democrats. We're America First patriots. We want to put America first in every way, and that's not controversial. But to these neocon douchebags, people, these old heads in fucking government, To them, that's the craziest thing in the world, and they don't realize that the youth is not Republican anymore. The youth is not. The youth is America first. The young men in this country are ready to fight for this country. They are ready to stand up and say America first or nothing else. We want America first in every way. And I'm fucking damn proud of this kid right here for having the balls to go on Tucker Carlson and go exactly against everything his mother stands for, his neocon mother. We're going to keep going. I wanted to show this clip. This is more just like a social commentary clip from Clav. If you guys don't know who Clav is, check him out on, I think he's on TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. He talks about looks maxing, all that. Very funny guy. He streamed with Nick a couple times. And he went on Myron Gaines' show, his after-hours show with women. And this is him roasting one of the ugly bitches.
Honestly, there's not a single good thing about her face, so I'm just going to use that as a universal thing, or else
Is that the shocking factor? That's crazy.
That's not really me being shocking, but, you know, we could break it down if you want.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. So her alar base, the width of her nose is incredibly large. Her nasal bridge is incredibly wide. You know, obviously you've got bimaxillary protrusion. So, you know, your bite is all off. Everything is wrong.
That's fine.
Yeah, so just...
This comment, I was just reading at the same time. The way he's rattling off, like, technical terms, it makes it so much better. Because it's not even just, like, a simple roast, like, you're ugly, bitch. He's really breaking it down.
I would rate you the lowest, definitely on the panel.
Why are you not a surgeon?
What's the number?
I would arguably say, like, 1.5 or 2. Like, genetic defect.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm actually writing this shit down. Okay.
Quick question. Do you believe in eugenics? Yeah, you do. Okay.
That's a loaded question. That's a complex one. That's
what
just
is
not
eugenics?
That's not really a yes
he's
or no
racist,
answer.
yeah.
No. That's
I am.
Yeah.
That's it. That's not a yes or no question.
That's fine.
Blacks have low IQs.
No, not a yes or no question.
Do they?
Based.
So you.
No,
They do.
not a yes or no.
Black is a color.
Okay, so moving on. A lot of just to clarify, ladies, that this is an incredibly like harsh rating scale because a lot of women and people just in general assume 7 is average when they're rating.
6, 7? I mean, he's saying he believes in eugenics, so
you said that, okay, but a 5 is an average.
But you didn't answer no, so if it was a no, it would have been a no.
It's a complex question, lady. So for you to think everything falls into a binary yes or no, you're just a retard. So moving on.
Right.
Okay, shut the fuck up. But anyway,
You're just a retard.
Let's move on. 5 out of 10 is average. Okay, it's not 7. It's not a fucking 7.
It's okay to critique women, but when you're using eugenics, it's like a completely
shut the
different
fuck up. That's pure.
Shut the fuck up,
objective, like.
Bitch, shut up, bitch.
Golden ratio. This shit came from ancient Greece. It is not.
Oh right,
fucking some racist.
Eugenics.
No. Who the fuck?
Oh, your nose is too bulbous. Yeah, okay. Round noses are a bad thing.
Okay, that's eugenics, right? You know,
Yeah.
so this is ridiculous. Objective beauty has been a concept that's been around since the dawn of history, right? So this is really not anything that we've never seen before. It's not just some Hitler fucking craziness, you know, like a lot of people cope and say. So you can go and throw around your copes that it's some racist narrative, but you're just an ugly bitch at the end of the day. So whatever you want to tell yourself to cope with that, it's totally fine.
And you're a fucking gay ass man that's down low, and it's very obvious.
Yep.
It's okay.
Just because like a disgusting.
Every insult a woman has is you're gay. It just has to do with things like that. It's like, you're gay. They'll try and talk about, like, penises. Like, they'll say the most immature things because women have lower IQs. On average, they have higher IQs, I guess, than men. But when you look at the bell curve, it's like there's way more men who are geniuses, way more men who are dumbasses. But there's no female geniuses. No real, like, maybe, like, one. But I urge anyone in my comments, you know, if you're like, what is he saying? Let me know who your favorite female genius is. Very curious.
Wretched hoe. You know, you don't want to fuck her and all of a sudden you're gay. It's like, no, maybe you're just a wretched, disgusting hoe.
Yeah, nobody wants to fuck these disgusting whores. If you're simping over these gross whores, fuck you, you're a pussy. That was a Clav W. Absolute W. I don't necessarily agree with all the looks maxings. Like, I get it. I kind of understand it. But at the same time, like, some of it's a little too crazy for me. Like, the adjusting your height and all that. Like, I don't necessarily agree with it. But I do agree with what he's saying, where it's like, a dumb bitch will be like, oh, you're gay because you don't want to fuck me. It's like, no, I just don't want to fuck a disgusting tramp. I don't want to fuck a disgusting, ugly tramp like you, sweetheart. Have a good day, though. We're going to keep moving on. The next thing I wanted to show you guys was this. This is the woman from the Red Scare podcast, Dasha Nekrasova. Her talent agency dropped her immediately following the interview with Nick Fuentes and the backlash from the Tucker cost. She was a Succession actress, and I'm pretty sure she was in movies, stuff like that. But now that her talent agency has dropped her, she is now sponsored by Tucker Carlson's product, Alp, which is awesome. And I'm a huge, I usually use Velos, but I might go pick up a thing of Alps today just for this, you know. Alps is base. Go pick up a thing of Alp if you use nicotine. Don't start it if you don't. Don't pick up that habit. But if you're a user of nicotine pouches like myself, go over, get some Alps. I mean, they deserve our support right now because they are some of the only people standing for free speech right now. That's Tucker Carlson's company. It's the Nicotine Alp company. Fucking great. I want to keep moving on, but I saw this and it's like they tried to cancel her and she's fucking back, baby. She got a new sponsorship. She doesn't need that bullshit ass talent agency anymore. You cancel, we sponsor. Let's go. Let's go. We know we got someone who's got our back now. You know, if they want to cancel me, come on, Alp. I'm right here. I'll switch from Velo any day. I'll switch over from Velo to Alp, Tucker. Come on, pick me up. Please, throw me a sponsorship. I don't want to do any ad reads on this show, but I'll do an Alp ad read for you, Tucker. I'll do it. Let me get a sponsorship, big guy. Please. No, we could wait until they try and cancel me for that. But, Tucker, we appreciate you for this. This is awesome. Your company's based for this one. This is our next thing I wanted to talk about. It is the super predator, another super predator named Lawrence Reed. He's facing a terrorism charge after setting a 26-year-old woman on fire aboard a Chicago train. According to reports, he doused her in gasoline and ignited it, saying, "Burn alive, bitch." Reed has been arrested 49 fucking times. 10 of them being felonies, and yet judge kept putting him back on the street. They failed to protect the public. They failed that young woman. This tragedy was preventable, and the judges who enabled it need to be held accountable. So we're going to break down two aspects of this. I want to talk about the corrupt judges, and I want to talk about this super predator. We all know that super predators reside among us, that there are a lot of very violent people who want to cause chaos in our society. And where is it coming from usually? It's coming from the usual suspects. People with this tone right here, this little shade right there. That's who's mainly doing these acts, and I'm not saying they're the only ones, but primarily the 13% of the population is committing over 55% of the crimes, 55% of the murders, over 67% of the youth theft arrests. They are a huge problem. They can't read in Chicago, they can't write in Chicago, they can't do math in Chicago, yet they want to act like they are doing well. No, they're not. Their abortion rate is over 40%. Like the most dangerous place for a black person in the world, the two most dangerous places. The first one is in his mom's stomach. There's a 40% abortion rate among black Americans. And then beyond that, the second most violent place for a black person is just near other black people. The two biggest threats to a black person's life are their mother and then another black person. And that's very true statistics. And it is because there is a murderer's rage that is going on within the black community. Gang violence is taking over. A lack of accountability is taking over. The lack of fathers in the homes is taking over. Statistics show that when people only have a one-parent household and that one parent is a mother, that statistically they're way more likely to commit crimes. And who has the highest rate of lack of fathers in the country? It is the black community. Only 25% of black families have a father in the home. Well, it used to be above 75% before the Civil Rights Act, and we've given them billions of dollars in reparations since then, and for some reason they can't seem to get it together. I think it's time that we cut the welfare system off, we cut the SNAP benefits off, or at least maybe if we don't do it permanently, we at least temporarily make it so they can only have it for like a month or maybe a couple weeks at a time to get back on their feet. But you can't just live off the government forever, divorce your husband, marry the government, and have your kids be gangbanging retards. I'm not here for it. Nobody else should be here for it. It is destroying American society. It makes people scared to go to certain places. And I'm so fucking sick and tired of seeing people get killed by these super predators. I'm sick of seeing people like Irina get their throats slit on a fucking train as multiple black people sit behind her and do nothing to stop it, as this this guy says, I got the fucking white girl. I'm sick and tired of seeing people like Carmelo Anthony stab a kid like Austin Metcalf in the heart, and he dies in his twin brother's arms because Austin Metcalf said, hey, you're in the wrong tent. I'm so fucking sick and tired of seeing these people get killed in America, get injured in America by these super predators. We had a woman just the other week who got punched in the fucking face by a retard, by a black gangbang retard on the streets of Chicago for nothing, just for being a white woman. We're under attack. My people are under attack. And when I call it out, they're like, you're a racist. No, I'm not. I just have great pattern recognition. I can notice that right now there is one race in America who's causing more chaos than any other race. And we need to do something about it. We need to put these people in jail for life. Anybody who's acting like this, in jail for life. The fact that this guy got out 49 times, 49 arrests and 10 felonies, they should have been in jail after arrest number 3 for life. No fucking exceptions. They should have been put in the back of a cell or put on death row. No exceptions. It is not okay that these douchebag, woke liberal judges are like, we don't need more black people in jail. We're going to put them back out on the street. We only want white people in jail. Fuck you. Fuck you. You guys are the racist ones. The people who are like, we need less black people in jail, you're the racist ones because you fail to acknowledge the problems within the black race. The difference is a lot of black people can acknowledge it, and there are a lot who are in denial, but a lot of the black people, a lot of the more base ones, can acknowledge the fact that black America is failing right now. And black Americans, you have an obligation to fix your society. The base black Americans, you have an obligation to do something in your communities, to be a voice in your communities for positive influence, to be something positive for the fucking world, because right now black America is failing, and it does sour people to an entire group when you look at, you know, the mass crime statistics, when you look at the overall indecency, overall lack of decorum. I mean, it is embarrassing a lot of the ways these people act. You don't want to go to certain neighborhoods. You don't want to go to certain places in these cities or countries, etc., because you would be scared for your life. Again, if you're a white person, there are certain neighborhoods you definitely avoid because you don't want to get shot. Black people need to improve, and if they do not improve, they will keep falling and they will self-eliminate their own race because they're 13% of the population. They have a ton of births, but the reason they don't grow is for 2 reasons. They kill off almost just as many births as they have. 40% of the abortions are black people, and they're only such a small percentage of the population. And again, they're 55% of the murders, and they're mainly killing each other. So like I said in the beginning, the most dangerous 2 places for a black person is in their mother's stomach, and the second most dangerous is being around other black people, because statistically that is where they are likely to be killed. A lot of black people do not seem to want to fix this problem. They want to engage in it. They want to get women pregnant so they can get extra SNAP benefits, get welfare. They do not want to work. They want to engage in gangbanging activities. And to the black people who don't do that, to the black people who actually pay taxes, work hard, don't fucking drive on the shoulder of the road, aren't nuisances in public, aren't just absolute douchebags, thank you. And not only that, I urge you to actually be a voice for your community, to do something in your community to try and fix black America, because I'm sick and fucking tired of white people being called racist because we want to call out the problems that reside in our own country. I want to feel safe in my nation. I don't want to feel like I'm constantly threatened by these people in my nation. And right now we feel threatened. We go on a train, we're looking over both shoulders. You see a black guy, you're not going to sit in front of him after what happened to Irina if you're a white girl, if you're a white guy. You're not going to do it. You see a black guy in the wrong tent at a track meet, you're going to think twice about you say like, hey, you're in the wrong tent, because they might just stab you in the fucking heart. It's fucking insane. That is something that needs to be fixed, because the utter violence, the disgusting amount of violence that comes from the black community is so fucking atrocious, and the lack of responsibility from our government to do anything about it right now is crazy. Donald Trump claims to be a base president, although we know he's failing in a lot of ways, but Donald Trump refuses to condemn the black community. He refuses to say that the black crime stats are getting too much. He refuses to say that black culture is fucking absurd. He refuses to say any of it. We need a president with some fucking balls who's willing to stand up to the black Americans and say, you know what? It's fucking done. We are not going to give you billions of dollars in subsidies as your culture keeps failing. We are not going to keep supporting it. What we are going to do is bring back the 94 crime bill, 3 strike laws. We are going to bring back profiling possibly. Like, we need to have people feel safe in this country. And if people are walking around dressed like shit, smelling like shit, eyes looking all fucked up, hair looking like if everything's looking like shit and you look like you want to stab someone that day, I think a cop should stop you and search you. And that shouldn't be a crazy thing to say. That really shouldn't be. Because right now we live in a country where people are not safe. Phone's ringing. Let me silence that so the fucking... Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, we cannot have these people feeling unsafe right now. And right now in America, I feel unsafe. I know many people who live in big cities who feel unsafe, and I refuse to go to certain parts of those big cities so I don't feel that way, because it is embarrassing the way these people act. They act like animals, a lot of them. And it's not all of them. It is the violent ones, the ones who loot, rob, steal, murder, assault, those ones. And it's a big percentage of the black population. I think like 2% of black Americans will commit a murder in their lifetime. That is fucking terrible. Those are terrible statistics. Like, that is absurd that we are putting up with it for this long. We need to fix this, or we need to allow voluntary segregation to be legal. Maybe not forced, but voluntary. Because I don't want to, it would be, like, to quote Nick Fuentes, it would be irresponsible to say to my wife and kids in the future, hey, we're going to go live in a black neighborhood. It would be irresponsible to do that to them. If black people aren't violent, if they aren't bad, then why do black people want to move out of black neighborhoods? Why is it always, we're going to get out of here one day? Why isn't it, we're going to go move in there one day if it's not bad? No, it's fucking terrible. And they know it, and we know it, and we need to fix it. And if we don't fix it, we'll just be killed off by them. So I'm calling on the government to actually make real laws to put these people behind bars for life. Any violent person in America, violent black people specifically, need to be locked away, because it has gotten to the point where it is such a massive problem in the United States that 13% of the population is committing over 55% of the murders and over 50% of all violent crime. I'm sick and tired of it, and I don't want to fucking deal with it anymore, and I don't give a shit what anyone calls me for it. Call me racist, call me whatever. I don't fucking care. I care about the safety of me and my family. I care about the safety of the millions of white Americans and Christians who are being targeted every day by super predators. That's what I fucking care about. I don't give a fuck about this fucking guy right here. Fuck this guy. This guy should go rot in the back of a cell for the rest of his life. He should be given the death sentence by the government, honestly. 49 arrests, 10 felonies, and he just burned a woman to death saying, burn alive, bitch? Fuck you. You should burn in hell. You should... I'm trying not to get hateful. It's very sinful to get hateful. And I'm sorry, God, if I am, but... we cannot have this. We cannot have this pure violence in our country. We cannot have it residing among us in our streets. This is something that I'm very passionate about, the fact that black communities in America are failing and they are targeting white people. And people want to say white people are so racist. As black people, their opinions on white people. I even showed the Sneeko video the one day where it was like, do white lives matter? And they were all like, no, they don't. I fucking don't like white people is what they said. Imagine saying that about black people. Imagine us saying that about black people, how that would go over, how they would try and ruin your lives over it. But no, they could say it about white people because they don't fucking care. They do not fucking care. They don't care. Like, and it's not all of them, but a lot of them do not give a shit about white people. They honestly fucking hate us. The true racists are the woke liberal douchebag judges who let them free because they're black. Black privilege is so fucking real. It's fucking terrible what happens. It's so sad that we're dealing with this shit. We're going to keep going. I have just a couple more things I want to show you guys, and then we're going to go on to our comments. But yeah, this guy burned a woman alive. And right now, we are just hoping that the judge does the right thing and sentences this person to death. Sentences them to a life of hell. Because this person deserves nothing. Nothing at all. They are scum. They are absolute fucking scum. I want to show you guys this to move on. We got this, and then we got one other thing. We're going to talk about Epstein for a second, then we're going to talk about how much boomers fucking suck. Another topic I'm passionate about. But the Epstein Transparency Act prohibits images or depictions of death from being released, which would be problematic for us since Jeffrey Epstein died under such suspicious circumstances. So they are not going to be able to release anything about Jeffrey Epstein's death, it seems. Even though it was very clear that Jeffrey Epstein was killed, the top coroner in the country agreed that it was the bone breaks in his neck weren't from hanging, but they were from strangulation from somebody killing him. But no, we're not going to get any of that information, even after they released a fake prison video where they stitched two videos together with Adobe Premiere. That's what the metadata showed. The government is fucking too stupid to understand metadata. You think they're actually going to fix anything? No, the government is retarded. It's filled with woke, dumb boomers. But yeah, the pictures of his death and all the information related to that most likely will not be released if we're even going to get anything. There's a chance they try and scrub the entire thing or not even release it at all. We don't know what we're going to get, and we can't trust it when we get it because of the amount of lies we've been told. We've been lied to about the death. We've been lied to about the pedophilia. We've been lied to about the trafficking. We've been lied to about the victims. We've been lied to about every fucking aspect of this Jeffrey Epstein case, and it's because the entire government is protecting pedophiles. And for anyone who is mad at what I said yesterday, where I said, if the country is being run by blackmail and that would put the national security at risk, let it burn, let it go down. Like, if people are mad about that, if you would rather the country continue to be run by blackmail and pedophiles, you are fucking stupid. Don't call me stupid. You're a fucking retard at that point. The country should not be run by blackmail. The country should be turned over in some way if it is being run by blackmail and if they refuse to fix it. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see if our government keeps shilling for pedophiles, the Israel lobby, and all the people trying to protect this information, or if they actually do something for the American people for once and release the unscrubbed files. But I don't think that will happen. It seems very clear that the files are going to be very scrubbed, and our country is still going to be run by blackmail, lobbyists, APEC, pedophiles, and douchebags. That's a huge fucking problem. But yeah, I want to thank Diligent Denizen for reporting on this. Diligent Denizen has been one of the best people for reporting on the Epstein subject and on the Charlie Kirk investigation as well. He has been on the ground in Utah doing research for Charlie Kirk. He has also been doing work in Washington, D.C. for the Jeffrey Epstein information, and he's been holding X Spaces with Epstein survivors, including Juliette Bryant and a few others. So this guy deserves our support. Go and give him a follow. We need to support this guy. He's awesome. And our last thing I want to talk about is this, and this reply tweet down here basically sums it up, where it says, fuck them kids from the boomers. Only 20% of baby boomers expect to leave an inheritance per fortune. So the generation holding the majority of wealth, they talk about this great transfer of wealth we're going to see. We're not going to see shit. Only 20% are going to leave an inheritance. And it's because boomers give a shit about vacations. They give a shit about their investment accounts. They give a shit about all these other things except their fucking kids. They don't care about supporting the youth. They don't care about the future generations that they fuck. Boomers have fucked this country in every way. Boomers have oversaw the country. They've been around as the debt has skyrocketed to $38 trillion. Did they do anything to try and stop it? No, they were the ones doing it. They watched the housing market get fucked. Did they do anything to stop it? No, they encouraged it. They wanted their house values to go up. They wanted to make more money, and they didn't give a shit about the repercussions of pricing out the younger generations from the housing market. They replaced us in our society. Boomers, when they were growing up, they grew up in a very primarily white society, a society that had lower crime rates, that didn't have all the bullshit that we have today. And they oversaw as millions of third world people came into our country and started replacing Americans. Did they try and stop it, or did they call you racist when you called it out? They did not try and stop it at all. They called us racist. Fuck you guys. You guys call us racist because you guys got it when you were younger. You guys got to grow up in a society that wasn't full of the bullshit that we're in now. Fuck you guys. You guys don't even know what you're talking about. The boomers are so fucking irrelevant and retarded, yet they are the ones fucking us over. And every time we call it out, they're like, you're just hateful. You just don't like us because we're old. It's ageism. Like, it's because you're fucking retarded. It's because you're a fucking idiot. It's because you guys talk about this great transfer of wealth, but only 20% of you are leaving behind inheritances to your fucking children. Fuck you, the most selfish generation of all time. They also were the people who oversaw endless wars. You know, we went to the pointless wars in the Middle East. They oversaw many pointless wars. Did they do anything to stop it, or did they encourage it? They encouraged it. They celebrated it. Tens of thousands of Americans died for foreign nations, and they celebrated it. They didn't fucking do anything to stop it. They didn't question any narratives. They didn't question the Israel lobby. They didn't question Netanyahu. They didn't question when we had Wolfowitz and we had Dick Cheney saying we need to go to war in Iraq for no fucking reason, for weapons of mass destructions that Netanyahu told us were there, that weren't fucking there. They didn't question the dancing Israelis. They didn't question the Israeli art students. They didn't question the USS Liberty. They didn't question Vietnam. They didn't question shit. What they did is they supported endless wars that fucked over Americans and put America in debt that we will never recover from. They oversaw as the manufacturing of America, which makes a country a real superpower, not GDP, what they want to tell you, the ability to manufacture and create jobs and wealth for the people. That is the power of a country, what makes a country a real superpower. They oversaw as all that got shipped overseas. Did they try and stop it? No, they supported it because they wanted to run companies with higher profit margins and didn't give a shit about how it affected Americans or the youth of America or the overall economy in America. All they care about is themselves. The most selfish generation of all time is the boomers. Boomers just refuse to question anything. They refuse to actually learn things. They're fucking your average Mark Levin watcher is a boomer, a retard. The people who still watch cable news and listen to these radio shows, they are retards and boomers. They are people who will accept any narrative that is told to them. They won't question it. Like literally, I showed a boomer just the other week a AI video, one of the most unrealistic AI videos I've ever created, and they were like, "Holy shit, that's one of the crazy." Like they didn't know it was AI. They just thought it was a real thing. These people are retarded. They don't understand anything. And boomers need to, again, a lot of them need to just either be deported or need to eventually die off because it is so bad for America the way the boomers treat the youth of this country. So bad for America the way the boomers act in this country, the way they accept these narratives, the way they're okay with lobbying, the way they're okay with shipping our manufacturing overseas, the way they're okay with wars, the way they're okay with fucking up the housing market and replacing Americans in our own society. And they are not religious either. That's another huge problem. Gen Z is more religious than the boomers. For the first time in American history, we have a younger generation that's more religious than their parents and previous generations before them. And we're that way because of them. Because they have pushed us to a point where we have no hope. And the only hope that people in Gen Z can look for is in Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Christ is King. Boomers have systematically fucked over Americans. And boomers are the ones who want to cancel people when they try and say the word of America first. Fuck you guys. America first or nothing. We're sick and tired of your woke liberal bullshit. We're sick and tired of your neocon bullshit. We're sick and tired of lobbying. We're sick and tired of APEC. We're sick and tired of the foreign wars. We're tired of not being able to afford houses. We're tired of being replaced and the job market going to shit because there's millions of legal and illegal immigrants in this country taking up houses, taking up jobs, lowering wages for Americans. We're tired of them talking about like AI laws. Like, fuck you guys. You guys won't even be around long enough to see these things happen. People who are in their 70s in Congress, these fucking retard boomers, want to sign laws that will last for decades and decades about AI and not regulating it when they won't even be alive to see the results of it. Fuck you guys. You guys are fucking us over. AI should pretty much be illegal. It is going to replace Americans in the workplace. It is going to replace Americans in everyday life. It is going to make relationships impossible. You guys are fucking us over, and you don't even care about it because you guys will be dead before any of this stuff actually happens. Fuck the boomers. The boomers are a relic of the past that we need to move on from. The youth is the future of this country. Gen Z, millennials, Gen Alpha, we are the future of this nation, and they refuse to accept that. But eventually, we will hold the power in this country, and we will take America back. By hell or high water, America will become America first. America will be an American nationalist and Christian nationalist society the way our founders truly intended, not this woke, dumb bullshit that the boomers have ruined our country with. That's the last thing I wanted to show you guys. That's going to be the entire show for the day. Let me bring you guys back to our main screen. We talked about the Tucker Cross continuing. We talked about Nikki Haley's son. We talked about the super predators residing among us. We talked about the Epstein death controversy. And we talked about how boomers are ruining this fucking country in a lot of ways. I mean, it's so fucking embarrassing what boomers do. I do want to go on to our comments today. And like I said, all comments from today's episode, from tomorrow's episode as well, will be read on Monday's episode. I'm going to be filming another episode later today to be released tomorrow, and I won't be able to read the comments from today, obviously, because I'll be traveling and I'll have already pre-filmed the episode. Let me get the comments pulled up right here. Let's see what we got. Got a few different ones. Let's start with YouTube and Rumble, see if we have any there, and then we will go over to the other ones, to Spotify. That's really weird. It says we have a comment on Spotify, but then or not on Spotify, on YouTube. Oh, there we go. It wasn't showing it. I had to click something. Here we go. Get the volume up. Here we go. Now we're back.
Trump is such a liar and a major POS.
Yeah, exactly. Trump is a major liar, huge piece of shit in a lot of ways. Trump is not based. Trump has sold out Americans. Let's see if there's anything here. No Rumble comments. All right, we're just going to go over to Spotify. These are all the rest of the comments. We don't have a ton of them because I'm doing this earlier in the day, but we got a good bit.
King Lemon D at CK and Deep State Donnie LOL.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein, King Lemon Dick, apparently. He's got an egg-shaped penis, whatever the fuck that means. And Deep State Donnie. They're a dynamic duo that can't be braked. It's like Benjamin Netanyahu and Trump. They have their sleepovers, and they're just like getting fucking waxed in the ass. Ugh. Deep State Donnie. He said, we're going to dismantle the Deep State. We're going to get rid of them. We don't need lobbying money. And then I'm going to take $230 million from the Israel lobby. He just sold out the American people, and he did it to protect Epstein and Netanyahu. I appreciate your comment. That's funny. We're going to go to our next one.
Honest question. I'm religious and conservative, but how is it okay for a man to have sex with 50 women but a woman is a whore for having sex with anyone but their husband? I feel like you just shouldn't until marriage.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's Myron Gaines' take. That's not my take. I don't think that men should be fucking, dozens of women. I think that's bad for the soul. I think that's a sin. I do think it's different when men and women do have higher body counts for sure. Huge difference. But at the same time, I agree with every part of your statement. I do not think it's okay for men to be doing that. I think it's actually stupid, immature, and it's going to fuck you over worse in the long term than it will help you. I think men, if you want to get women, just get wealth. That's all you have to do. Just become wealthy, become unbeatable. Women are primal, and you got to think about that. Women are very primal. Women don't actually want to work. They just think they do because they've been propagandized. I appreciate your comment, sweetheart. That's from a woman.
I turned 18 in 08. They crashed the economy and then told me that not only are they not gonna punish the bankers, that I deserved it. BC, I'm a white oppressor or whatever the FCK, and then had to watch this pandering to everything brown.
Yeah, very embarrassing. That's crazy. Turned 18 in 08. I was 9. That's crazy. You're you were double my age at the time. You're 9 years older. But yeah, that's fucking insane. Again, I was young when that happened, but obviously I've looked back on it a lot now, done research. It's crazy what they did. They literally did not punish any of the bankers. I think there was one total guy who got arrested, and it was for something like completely unrelated, but all the banks got bailed out. But no, it's too much to bail out student loans. It's too much to bail out Gen Z, who's been completely and systematically fucked. But no, we can bail out the PPP loans. We can bail out the banks. We can bail out the airlines. We can bail out the government. We can bail out Israel whenever the fuck they need. But nope, Gen Z, fuck you guys. That's what our government says. I really appreciate your comment. I appreciate your perspective on that, because that's a really fucked up perspective. That's not to say like you're fucked up. I'm just saying it's fucked up what happened. And yeah, the pandering as well, very embarrassing. It's like, I don't know, around that like early 2000s time, it was like it started being celebrated, and it's like they're failing. Like let's see them start improving, and then let's start celebrating. How about that?
The Catholic Church is the closest thing to the demonic Jewish religion.
Go fuck yourself. You're going to hell. You're going to hell. I'm not even going to acknowledge that. That's bait. You're going to hell.
My favorite thing today was your use of the C-bomb. Hearing you call the cunts was tremendous. James, me kids and grandkids born and bred in London. None of us are moving for now. Better the devil you know. Peace. Wanker is a very English word meaning a person who masturbates.
I know what wanker means. I know what a wanker is. Oh yeah, I grew up in the COD lobby area. I know what all these words mean. I know every slur, every every word that the boomers and old people usually don't like. But I like that there's a woman who's like, I like when you say cunt. Maybe it's cause you're from London, and I feel like they use cunt more casually over there. In America, it's like a taboo word, but it's like, why can't I say cunt? Cunt's a hilarious word. It's a great word. It's part of my regular vocabulary, actually. A lot of women I know are like, you shouldn't say that so much. And it's like, shut up, cunt. Shut up, bitch. No, I'm not saying that to you, sweetheart. I appreciate your comment. You're a mom and a grandma. That's fucking awesome. Let's go. That's base. We love our grandmother listeners. That's awesome. We love our nanas. We're going to keep moving on. And I wish you the best. I'm going to pray for you and your family. I appreciate your support, your continued support of the show.
Come on, James P. Save us from the Star Wars reference. That's peak level dork shit. You are starting to sound like Ben Shapiro.
Dude, I made one Star Wars reference. I thought it was a good reference. Again, I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy. I don't know all the Star Wars lore. I haven't watched anything besides 1 through 6. Like, there are people who watched all the other, like, Mandalorian, and I don't even know the other ones. But, I don't know. I thought that was it. Like, the Anakin lore is cool. Like, what the story of Anakin and his transcendence into Darth Vader, and then saving the Force. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm definitely not like fucking oy vey Ben Shapiro. I get what you're saying a little bit, but come on. I made one reference. It's not like it's a regular part of the show. I like the other movie references I make, I feel like are way better. Like I don't know, I'm still getting more and more comfortable in front of a camera. I'm almost there where I'm like fully comfortable in front of it, but it's still like a weird thing. So I don't necessarily talk exactly on the show how I talk in real life. It's slightly different, and over time it keeps shifting more and more to how I usually talk. But I make a lot of movie references in everyday life. A lot of movie references. Like, I reference I've seen all the movies. I love movies. I'm not to say I've watched every movie ever, but I've seen more movies than most. I love movies. I love a good movie. My favorite thing is like a nice 3.5 hour long movie, like a nice 3 hour long, nothing better. If it's a good one. I appreciate your comment. I appreciate the perspective. We're going to keep going. This one's from Fidel.
You say you love the country, but you say if I don't get it my way, burn it down. That is not someone who loves America. It's called loving yourself. So you are not America first. I love this country whether I agree with the politics and number.
One thing, you're not America first. You want to put Israel first. You want to have us send money to Israel even though it doesn't benefit us, and help them in wars even though it doesn't benefit us. So you're not America first. Don't say that. Second thing, to say I'm not America first, I explained this earlier in the show, to say I'm not America first because I want the government to have to suffer the consequences of being blackmailed by pedophiles, and saying that if they refuse to condemn them and if they protect them even further, that they don't deserve to hold the spots, and we should see some sort of a turnover, or we should see some sort of a change in the government. That's not a crazy thing. That is America first. It's saying that American citizens should come first. It's not saying it's my way. It's the American citizens who are being fucked over by politicians, who are being blackmailed by pedophiles for foreign nations. Go fuck yourself, Fidel. Stupid fucking comment. Dumbest fucking comment you've ever made. So fucking stupid.
I'm in Scotland too. I can say anything I want, and often do. I don't go to jail. Some people just talk shit.
Let's go. We love our Scotland, guys. We love Scotland. We love our Scotland people. Yeah, I think any country where you're going to jail for your speech, though, I mean, that's a nation that needs a little taste of freedom. But someone the other day said if you're in Scotland, you can't say that stuff. But according to you can, so we got to figure that out. Let's see, we got a new comment here.
Bro, I love the show and AF, and I'm not a Mamdani fan at all.
Good.
It's especially fun to clown on him for getting stapled under a 135 pounds bench press publicly. But the Arabic numerals thing is a joke that went over your head. My dad fell for it too. Look up Arabic numerals. It's the long-standing name for the numeral system we know and use today. Numbers 0 through 9. It's not a foreign language. It's the numbers you and I grew up learning too. I saw the same meme circulate years ago. Perhaps about Obama.
It looks like you're wrong. It looks like you're wrong. Looks like you're wrong. See, we shouldn't be learning that. That's a bunch of heebie-jeebie bullshit up top there. These are numbers, so unless Google's wrong too, I think you're just wrong, actually. Good try, though. Good try. But yeah, we love America first. We love people who support this show too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Spread the word. Rate the show 5 stars. And yeah, him getting clowned on that bench press, I remember that. He needed a spotter at 135. And it's like, here's the thing. If you're skinny, or if you're like just a regular person, I'm going to clown you for not being able to do things like that. I don't like to clown fat people who are working out because, again, we can clown fat people a lot, but if they're trying to improve themselves, we should actually support that. But when a guy who's like a physically fit, healthy, what is he, like under 40 guy or under 50? I mean, definitely under 40 probably. But when we have a person like that who can't lift 135 pounds, it's like, dude, that's embarrassing. Like, I'm not a fucking huge person. I'm a shorter guy. I could easily lift 100. I mean, that's easy. That's a warm-up. That's fucking insane that this guy's that much of a pussy. Thank you for your comment. You almost got me there. I looked it up. Proved you wrong, though.
I'll behave with my comments tonight.
You don't have to. Feel free to go hard. I liked your comment. I like your comments in general. You're funny. It's Fidel fucking Dave who's... We banned Dave. America Unfiltered was the 110th. We banned Dave from the show. And Christian Fletcher, who fucking... I'm back and forth on some things, I think, and, I don't know, he's fucking weird.
Fight the good fight of the faith, lay hold on the life eternal, whereunto thou wast called, and didst confess the good confession in the sight of many witnesses. 1 Timothy 6:12 ASV.
Fight the good fight of faith. Let's go. Yeah, I love when people put scripture in the comments. I love it. More people need to be religious. More people need to find their way back to Jesus Christ. Thank you for your comment. We're going to keep going.
My most extreme position are banning all forms of porn, banning three-ways and orgies, and stopping all non-European immigration to Europe. I think actual child rape should be punishable by death. So yeah, Mr. Templar.
Why not banning all non-Europeans to America as well? Like, why do we need a bunch of third world immigrants in America? It's not helping us. It's making us worse. And just because you didn't put that in there doesn't mean you're not thinking it, but... And I replied, I'm like, that's not even an extreme position. Like saying I want to ban all porn, okay, that should happen. That's not even extreme to say. It's not only they should be banned, those people should be sentenced to death. Stopping three-ways and orgies, yeah, should be illegal as well. All these things should be illegal. That's not even like controversial, in my opinion. That's just like a fucking, normal position.
I rarely push for super discriminatory things like deporting all immigrants, even legal because of my own background. However, I also want to preserve Western culture. I still can't believe the fact that in Quebec they allowed 3 FGS to adopt a baby girl. That shit is disgusting.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think they should be able to adopt kids. Depriving a child of its mother is a very crazy thing. Here's a response to your comment.
See bro, red pill giga Chad based Christian is the way to be. Once we make you anti-abortion you will be going places. Christian THR Arrow Fletcher. I can see it now. UFC 400 you versus Bill Gates. Crush it like a pumpkin. God's will.
Crush it like a pumpkin. Dude, Christian, me and you UFC 400 baby. Let's go. Come on. I train MMA almost every day. I had to take a little time off because of my wrist, but I'm just getting back into it now. Love UFC. Love training MMA. That's a piece of advice I give to all men. It kind of sucks to do because it's like you're getting hit. It's tiring. It's working out. But you should train MMA because it's a very good discipline. It teaches you discipline. And you'll realize, like, the people who walk around wanting to fight are the people who generally don't know how to fight. People who know how to fight like to try and calm every situation down and try and walk away in any way possible because you don't want to really fuck someone up. It's not a pretty thing to fuck someone up. It's not it's not really hard to one punch someone or give them a 2-piece and knock them out. It's really if someone doesn't know how to fight, because most people when they fight, they're just going to start fucking doing these wild swing haymakers and they forget I'm going to just come right down the middle, bitch. I'm going to oblique kick you in the knee, watch you just boom, boom, boom. Right up the middle as they're fucking going like this. Boom, you leave the middle wide open. No, you want to protect your face at all times. Have a good little boxing stance, a little hunch over, puff the chest out, bend the knees a little bit, get a little bounce in your step. Boom, little jab. You want to do a little step back, and then as they come in, you want to boom, overhand right into them. That's Conor McGregor won with that move. That's how you defend yourself. And you need to go to some MMA classes, men, to learn this shit. You need to you need to become unkillable in a lot of ways, and it doesn't just mean carry a firearm, although that is a part of it. Carry a firearm, and not only carry it, take shooting classes, learn how to shoot accurately, take tactical shooting classes and self-defense classes. Not these pussy-ass, like, these women go to self-defense classes, and they're like, they come home to their boyfriends like, hey, try and grab me in this way that my instructor showed me. And it's like the guy's going super easy. And then when he goes a little harder, she's like, oh, you can't do it that hard. I can't break out then. It's like, bitch, do you think the guy trying to rape you is going to go easy on you? Do you think the guy trying to kill you is going to go easy on you? No. You need to learn how to actually fight. You need to learn how to actually shoot a gun. And it's not so you can go fight or can go shoot someone. It's so you can try not to. It's so you can restrain yourself. Like, people who don't know how to fight are the people who are most willing to fight. And you don't want to be that person. You never want to be the guy who's always trying to fight someone because you're just a douchebag at that point. I don't know if you guys can hear. My dog sees another dog out the window and is fucking crying right now. I feel bad. It's okay, baby. It's okay. I'll take you outside to go play soon. Don't worry about it. Stop. She's making me feel bad at this point because I literally just hear her crying. I feel bad. We're going to keep going with our comments here. We only got a few left, and then I'm going to go take my dog out. Every time she sees a dog out the window, she's like, I want to go play. I want to go play. And she cries to do it. I feel bad. That's my sweetheart.
Go ye therefore, and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them into the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Matthew 28 hours and 19 minutes ASV.
Christ is king. Christ is king, and more people need to be brought back to Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ is king.
Oh yeah, Christ is king.
Also, if you like edgy humor, check Eddie Murphy's 1983 comedy show I Died Laughing. He made fun of everyone on there.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
I agree with Ben. And you say again, let it burn down, so you obviously don't like America but rather yourself.
Shut up, Fidel. Again, you're a fucking idiot. No common sense. The common sense is weak with this one. Another Star Wars reference.
Charlie Kirk said 2 days after October 7th that I can ask was there a stand-down order, and then later when he got informed about what happened he changed, and he has said that on the other hand you want to make up after he died that behind the scenes. He said that he hates Israel and he's going to stop being pro-Israel and all your bullshit. Well, the way it works is you need to prove that, because I don't need to prove to you that he was pro-Israel, and still is you need to prove that he changed.
Alright. I'll prove it to you. Do you really want me to? Here we go. Alright, this is fucking annoying. I want to take my dog out, but now I gotta prove something to Fidel. Give me a second. We're just letting X load up here. Pretty sure this is the day before he died.
Charlie, we've pushed back against the media on COVID, on lockdowns, on Ukraine, on the border. So maybe we should also ask a question. Is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years.
Did you see Ben's face? Go back to Ben's face there. He's like, I'm going to fucking kill you. And that's what he's thinking.
The last couple of years. So, Ben, some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse. Some people in the Israeli government are saying, again, it's all over the place, right? You have opinions all over. In your opinion, what would a good outcome 5 years from now be? And how does one respond to the claims of ethnic cleansing?
So that's one there. That's the first clip. Let me get the second thing pulled up. I fucking hate Jackson Hinkle, so don't pay attention to him being the one to post this. But this is a verified screenshot. Just lost another huge Jewish donor. $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Jewish donors play into all the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. A verified text, verified by Andrew Colvett, all the other people at Turning Point USA. Josh Hammer was even in that text conversation. So, Fidel, go fuck yourself. How about that? Go fuck yourself. Fidel's a fucking idiot. Fidel's like, I'm America first. No, you're not. You're Israel first. You're a shill.
You heard that Zoran Mamdani wife is pregnant. That means that they're having a human shield. You can agree that's funny.
No, I don't think the joke about a baby dying is funny. Sorry, I don't. Don't call yourself religious. You claim to be a Jew, which is a religion, but at the same time you make jokes about dead babies, so you know, kind of contradictory. I don't find that to be funny, actually. I don't. If they are having a baby, I would actually pray that the baby's healthy and that they have a happy relationship for the baby going forward and have a safe environment for the baby. I think that's a disgusting comment. There's actually one more response under here to someone else.
I am a convert to Catholicism and would advise any Protestants to get out of those churches preaching dispensationalism. What the hell does Judeo-Christian even mean? They literally used to hunt down Christians to murk.
Yeah, Catholicism is the true way to Christ. Again, I think anyone who accepts Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior is someone we need to support, even if they are these other denominations. But to speak from the Catholic perspective, Catholicism is the true way to Jesus Christ. It is the true word of Jesus Christ. And it is the church that Jesus Christ created. That's been all our comments for the show today. That's going to be the entire show. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We're going to sign off for the day. Hope you guys do have a blessed day, a blessed rest of your night. All the comments from today's show and tomorrow's show will be read on Monday. We still will have a show tomorrow. I'm just going to pre-record it today. It most likely will be a reaction stream or something of the sorts because, I can't just predict what the news will be. For all I know, something crazy could happen or nothing could happen. So we're just going to do a reaction stream and then we'll cover everything from Friday through the weekend on Monday. We'll have a long show then. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Hope you have a great rest of your night. And we will see you guys tomorrow on Friday. Please remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube and join our Telegram channel to stay updated on all things America Unfiltered. Thank you.